snake pit in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the UCF Knights, taking on a team from the SEC, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Tigers about to kick it away and get this season started. And he'll just... And this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The give to the tailback. Knocked down, could not turn the corner, and already this offense behind the chains.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, UCF.
They'll line up for a second down play. Back to pass. It's complete to the right. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. And that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
And running backs who can add to the passing game, they can be so dangerous because once they get the catch, they're operating in much more open space than they would be on a handoff. And it really also tests the linebackers' coverage ability and those DBs' tackling ability.
Goes to the option. He'll toss it. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking we're going to use our speed to our advantage and we're just going to outflank you easily and pick up this first down on 3rd and short. And how about the defense? Everybody's staying home. You saw the speed and their ability to get outside and get a stop, now setting up 4th down.
So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. Going for the marker on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. The 40, the 30, 10, touchdown Knights. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Offense in a bunch formation. To the air on first down. Got his man. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Now, guys, when you're talking about Clemson, one of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Snags it on the right. Lots of room to run. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. That celebration turned sour quickly after they saw that flag, and it wiped out the big play and the touchdown. And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Might be calling a hot route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Makes the grab down the middle. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Gotta like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Touchdown, UCF! Great job by the back on the option.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Quick strike complete. Smashes through the tackle. Still on his feet at the 45. Touchdown, Tigers. A great catch and run for 6. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. 14-7 lead. There he goes. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Knights.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Guys, let's chat a little bit about Clemson. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country. But you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
within the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. The Tigers' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So UCF's offense will get the football first. It's not always easy to know what you're going to get when you come into a new situation as a transfer, but one thing, David, that will translate for this guy, when there's a hole, he knows how to hit it.
Yeah, and how nice is it to have a guy, man, you know exactly what he is, who he is. He's been around your program. He knows the lessons you want him to teach. He's the guy you want him to be, and now he gets to step in as a senior with all that experience and lead this squad.
Yeah, and David, he's worked so hard for this moment too, right? This guy put his heart and soul into the offseason workout program knowing this day was inevitably going to come. He's going to have an opportunity in this game to stat it up. He's going to get the ball early. He's going to get it often. A lot of people really excited to see how he plays in this one.
And that's just a timing route. And if I'm a quarterback and they're going to sit back in zone, when I run those crossers, man, I just wait for that zone window to open up, anticipate it a little bit, chunk that thing, and let my receiver do the rest of it.
Turning it on. Picks up the first down. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. Man, he's got 45 yards rushing already. What a way to start this new season. The Knights just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pucks it out of the air. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Quarterback may change this route. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UCF! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
Now, coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did. And they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
So Clemson's offense will have its first possession of the game. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Clemson is quick to the line. Let's take a second and talk about Clemson. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
Well, that means your system and your culture is working, because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Hauls it in at the 25. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's got it. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage. How about the receiver understanding where the first down is? He smells it. He goes and gets it.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. It's on target and complete. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. He now has 61 yards rushing in this game. What a way to start the new season. Looking to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
Beck's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Knights!
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. The inside handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Tigers moving quickly to the line. Going to swing it on second down. Fakes the grab on the left. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Fights off a defender. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Sends it back in motion. Swings it out to his running back. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Clemson set up with another first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Fires to the right. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to. And instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball, man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Spits it out to the back. How about that catch and toe tap to get the first down? The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them.
It's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
Off-play action on first down. Quarterback adapting. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. But it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He might want another play. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Handoff to the lone back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Knights will send out the punt unit. Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement. And they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
From the gun, running back on the move. And it'll be a pickup of 9 here facing a 3rd and 1. Clemson jumps to the line. Motion from the back. Flips it out to the back. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the 4th down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. 2nd down coming up. We've reached the end of the period, and it's UCF holding the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. So now it's 2nd and long. They're going to test the right side with this one. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on him.
It's 4th and 8, and never a hesitation. They'll go for it. Now the play fake. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Got him downfield. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
The Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He caught it. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several 1st downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Trying to bully their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UCF!
They have been road here in this game. Coming into a tough environment, but in all three phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field. And they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
Nothing wrong with a touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right.
Picked off. A turnover in their own end. Touchdown, Knights! And they turn it into a defensive score. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Looking to throw on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on third down, you know he's pinning his ears back again.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Clemson will send the punt team out. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the grab close to the logo. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. All wideouts, no backs. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
I know it was incomplete, but I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
Wants to fire on second down. Using the quick game. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know.
Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
The Knights have pushed it inside the 20. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, UCF! If these guys wanted to make a statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Throws to the tight end. Working the middle. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man quickly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the back. Still running at the 40. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Touchdown, Clemson! Made the grab in the end zone for the...
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wants to adjust the pattern. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Sends it downfield. Makes the grab at the 25, and there's room. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24. Here we go. Off play action. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense.
414 satellite. 414 satellite. Let's go. Let's go.
To the air on first down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Knights! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
I bet this coaching staff is jacked up to get this offense firing so fast early in the season, on point. A lot of times it takes time to build the rhythm. It takes time to get it rolling. This offense starting the season off with a bang.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, he makes the catch. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
Looking to fire. Got his man. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. The Tigers want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw on first down.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly. Running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the money.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll give it to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Connection to the right. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Now, a 4th down.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. The run to the right. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Trying play action. That's caught. It's Casey. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
The RPO, it's complete. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
On 3rd down, offenses have their plays. What they like in 3rd and short, what they like 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. A great job by the offense having success. Now it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
He's going to take off. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. Got some room to run. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Death Valley, and welcome into the halftime report. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. Time to see how things play out the rest of the way as we send it back to our guys in Death Valley.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the 2nd half here. The Knights will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Nothing went right in that first half, in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one high and deep. He's got it up to 25. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. High the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And he will take it in. Touchdown!
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
UCF 42.
Let's see what he can do with the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. Not always the O-line. Sometimes those receivers want to get a jump on the snap count, and they'll move them back.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Set, ready.
On the ground with the counter. There he goes. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Knights, after exploding for that huge run, back to work.
22.
They'll ride the hot hand. Turns it on in midfield. Right down the gut of the field. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, UCF!
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There's no end in sight for these guys.
14.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Going right to work up top. Fires downfield. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Here comes the offense onto the field again. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Catch in the middle, it's Casey. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Like QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Looking to throw again. Hit as he throws. And it's picked off at the goal line. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. The offense starts this drive in the shadow of its own end zone. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Pushes ahead for a couple, they'll mark it at the 10. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Gonna run it. It's Moses. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up.
Turning it on. Out of bounds. Stopped just short of the 20 at the 19, and now they feel like they have room to operate. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Looking deep. Got a man in the middle. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. From the shotgun, the inside give. Hard running there. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Unleashes one deep. It's incomplete and nearly intercepted in the end zone. You get the ball that close, you cannot put it in harm's way. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Lets it go to the end zone. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Trying to beat him to the left. Bringing it back. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Knights!
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Rush is on him. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Unloads to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on third down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Steps away. He'll throw it. Working that left side now. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. Gets it out quickly. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
The Knights come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On the option. Oh, he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up. just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
On 4th and 9, the offense will stay on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catch in the middle, it's Casey. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Making side adjustments here. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. This time on target. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Slant routes. They're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage, too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Fires toward the end zone. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the 3rd quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that if this guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
Man, it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smarter.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He'll try to take it back. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with results of the play. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they tacked on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd.
14.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you.
And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. To the ground with the back. Takes it the other way. Got enough space. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, UCF!
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm.
And with the pressure on him, the quarterback goes down, and we've played 3 quarters here. That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And his first throw here is incomplete. Clemson will send the punt team out.
And this offense, man, it's just been one of those days. And they're not going to want to watch the tape, but they haven't put up a bunch of points. They're getting scored on a lot. It's one of those days you want to forget, and adding a drop to the tally is just the cherry on the sundae.
UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? The option look. Got room to work. Breaks into the open. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. The Knights come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll throw it from the red zone. Let's it fly. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. ULM is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 19 to Northwestern.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Right on the money. At the 45 on his way. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of down. Wants to throw on first down. Turns it loose deep. Working the big fella downfield and outside. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. It's complete on the right side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll try it again from the one on second and goal. They'll try to power it in. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's back-to-back plays that they've been absolutely stuffed. Palmer, what you reaching in the playbook to get?
I think we got to get to the perimeter of the field and use our speed or try to throw this one in, because you're not going to get it done running it.
They want to fight this one in a phone booth. 3 tight ends on the field. Sneaks it into the end zone.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. And they're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the fourth quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know the next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Ready.
Quarterback making checks. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, UCF.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The give. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. The Knights have it with a 1st and 10.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They go to the ground. Got the 1st down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
The Knights are rolling down the field. To the air on 1st down. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yards. Gonna take a shot. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
And that's why a lot of kids want to play for this coach, because they know that when they get into games, even if it's late, coach is going to let them go play ball, go have fun, take shots and try to come up with big plays. This offense right now, man, they're just having fun.
On the option. Quick toss. Got room at the 35. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
Really nice read that time by the quarterback in the option. He had the ball out on the perimeter. He saw his pitch guy open, nobody accounting for him. So you flip it to him quickly, nice accurate pitch out in front of him, easy catch, and then he's able to do the rest. Look at the speed that time on the perimeter by the pitchman, picking up a massive gain for this offense.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound, no matter who gets the football. We're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
He wants to change this route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the 1st down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
The Knights will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. The Knights, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. The snap sets up to throw. Touchdown, Knights! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, these players came together. I've been so impressed, not just by the talent, but also by their composure. Handling this kind of environment in the first game of the season, this says a lot about the leadership in that locker room.
84, Clemson, 21.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Motion from the wide receiver. First play of the drive, wants to throw. A strike downfield. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quickly complete. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, David.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's going to let one go back to the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. 4th quarter, huge lead. I'm not really sure why you need to take that kind of... He's got it down the left side. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being...
Lets it fly. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking another shot there.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. He'll set up to throw. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
To the air on 2nd down. Pressure coming. Finds space on the right. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Knights didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He'll keep it himself.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt. I think for defensive coordinators moving forward now, you're going to be charged with having to find answers to try to slow this guy down. Today, we've seen this defense try blitzing, zone coverage, man coverage. They've mixed up personnel. None of it has worked. This guy has carved them apart.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchup.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
91, Clemson, 21.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. Clemson will send the punt team out. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Barring complete catastrophe, David, this offense ought to be able to salt away this game.
Yeah, and unless you're playing in a different league, this one's over. Like, there is no three-point conversions and stuff like that you can get. So run the ball.
Oh, he's got some space. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The Knights headed quickly to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. Quick strike complete. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver fighting back across the DB there to get to the inside, locate the ball, and catch the slant.
They're down to the 32-yard line on first and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Fires left. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Finds a man on the right. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this